Braxton, I know you have been on the road with these guys over and over again through the years, but this variation of Disobey is perhaps the most dangerous they've ever been.
No, absolutely. You've got Simon Phillips, who I not only trained with at the beginning of his career, but also went out and seeked out Dr. Tom Pritchard to help enhance his career and make him an even better wrestler, along with JTM and Brandon Collins. While Brandon Collins may not be a big guy by any means, but he is definitely a guy nonetheless. They're a very deadly tag team, even though they're kind of pricks sometimes. Very deadly trio, and they definitely earned everything that's been given to them.
One of only two teams that can claim that they are two-time Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Champions. Will their reign continue tonight, or will we have new champions in a returning Cajun Outlawz?
Cajun Outlawz, that's two big daddies. It's not going to be any easy task for these Disobey boys to
I think Houma's going to be more than happy to welcome the Cajun Outlawz back to 225.
Oh, 100%. I was actually in the car with Rhett earlier, and you know what he told me? He said, "Hey, man, we're going to get that, man. Rhett, go. Take out Disobey, boy, man. We're going to get that, Rhett.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Exactly like that.
Absolutely.
And I said, Rhett, okay. Yep.
Accompanied by Pretty Tony, and look at that.
Pretty Tony.
They came with the gold. That's right.
GSW Tag Team Champion.
Absolutely right. And former 225 Tag Champions in their own right.
Have to touch it.
Now, this is a really, really interesting point, Braxton. This is the first time that Killer Shane and Rhett have tagged in just 2-on-2 tag team action in Pro Wrestling 225 since March Madness in 2020. It has been 3 years since we've seen them tag as a team in Pro Wrestling 225.
That is a long time. You gotta wonder if there's any little ring rust on there or not. But come on, man. It's Cajun Outlawz. It's Red Darren Cook, Killer Shane. Come on.
Man, this is what pro wrestling is all about. These two teams fighting for the Pro Wrestling 225 tag team titles.
Personally, I think I get there and beat all of them by myself, but...
Well, I mean, listen, a tag team specialist in your own right.
Landon, you want to be my team partner? You can start 3-7 all over again. 3-3, wherever you're from, 3-5.
Listen, if that is the case, you'll have to start calling me Spencer instead of like...
You know your name.
Right.
Why do I need to know your name if you know your name? Excuse me.
Whoa, title for title.
Title for title. Who made that decision?
From Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at a combined weight of 320 pounds.
Pretty Tony weighs more than that.
All your Pro Wrestling
jacked, dude.
225 Tag Team Champions, defying Simon Phillips, JTM, Disobey.
Listen to that response.
Sometimes I just want to go up to Disobey and say, hey guys, just obey stuff, you know?
Just obey.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. A lot easier.
It's not that hard.
Very easy.
Being accompanied to the ring by Pretty Tony from Morgan City, Louisiana, weighing in at a combined weight of 500 pounds. They are your Gulf State Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Rhett the Threat Thibodeau, Killer Shane, the Cajun Outlawz.
A lot of love here for the Cajun Outlawz.
Friday the 13th night fights in January. Disobey took on the Cajun Outlawz with the help of Wild Thing teaming with the Outlawz in what was sort of a joint 225 GSW event. And it was that night that the Outlawz and Wild Thing got the win. So that sets the stage for us tonight. Title for title. Disobey putting their 225 titles on the line. Cajun Outlawz putting up their GSW tag team titles. Winner take all.
If you think about it, this match the stakes are really high. It's almost like we have the Cajun Outlaws versus the Cajun In-Laws. I mean, they're all related, right?
I think so, in some way. Right.
I don't know.
Here we go. Bayou Brawl is underway, title for title. Braxton Hunter, you are one of the guys that knows better than anybody how competitive the tag team division here is in Pro Wrestling 225. So what is it going to take to get the win tonight if you're one of these two teams?
Well, the easy answer is it's going to take one of these guys pinning the other shoulders.
Thank you for that. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if we're being honest, but no, man, it's going to have to be the better team tonight. Both teams, I mean, know each other like the backs of each other's hands, so it's all going to come down to who's the better team. If I had to guess, Disobey is going to pull some shenanigans, but we'll, cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The Cajun Outlaws, the first time we've seen them in 225 tag as a team in a really long time, and this Disobey, this combination of JTM and Simon Phillips, when the two of them are tagging together, they've won 6 of their last 7 matches in Pro Wrestling 225, and they look as ready as they've ever been.
He knocked the shoulder brace off of it. But be that as it may, Cajun Outlaws are no stranger to shenanigans themselves. A
That's
very
right.
eclectic duo.
Look at this.
There we go. Rhett, just a ring technician. I've actually learned a lot from Rhett.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he is a ring general when he gets in there, man. It's amazing to watch at times.
He is one of the smartest mat wrestlers I've seen here in Pro Wrestling 225, and JTM's trying to keep up with them now.
100%. And notice how Rhett doesn't let himself stay on the ground too long.
Right.
From that slam, you could have easily sat there for a couple seconds, caught your breath, but Rhett not one to stay on the ground, because then your opponent has an advantage over you. Ooh, just viciously on the arm.
These are two guys that have competed in the most matches in Pro Wrestling 225, in like the top 5 of most matches here in 225. But we haven't seen Rhett really outside of the Super Gold Rumble for almost a year after he lost his SEC championship in a ladder match at Extreme Madness last year. But in the meantime, he went to GSW, won Tag Team Gold with Killer Shane. And here he is now back in 225. Look at this, JTM. Smart move, using the rope to his advantage to gain control of the wrist there. Ooh.
Very familiar with that being myself. Very good technique to get out of that hammerlock.
In comes Simon Phillips now. The maybe new and improved Simon Phillips, like you said, Braxton.
Simon Phillips. I remember when Simon Phillips used to come out in a gold outfit.
Right.
He wanted to be this pretty boy wrestler.
Oh, look at this.
Close.
Almost got him, but that's what's dangerous about Rhett the Threat, is he can pull out covers like that out of nowhere.
Anytime. But as I was saying, Simon Phillips wants to be this pretty boy wrestler, and it's not until he dug deep and found that aggression, that real hatred that he holds within him, and became a part of this Disobey group that he really started to flourish.
I think it really showed itself at our last show at Double Jeopardy when he had that one-on-one match with Dale Springs. And it was sort of, Dale Springs' farewell tour. And it was who is the better man. Simon Phillips brought Dale Springs into the business, and Simon Phillips was not going to get beat. He used a low blow to his advantage.
And on that, two guys that, this goes back to, they used to backyard wrestle together.
Exactly.
They grew up together, went to school together. And yeah, just for Simon to be a sleazy little.
Oh, inside cradle. A kick out at 2 there from Phillips.
Yeah, for Simon to be sleazy as he did in that match and show you the person he's really turned into. While it may not, get the most likes from the fans or even the boys in the back, I mean, you gotta say it's been successful for him.
Disobey has no caution about doing whatever it takes to win. And look at that shoulder breaker. We just talked about how that sling that Rhett normally wears has been already torn off, and now the target looks to be on those shoulders of Rhett the Threat.
He's a few hundreds himself.
And they're doing the smart thing. They've cut the ring basically in half, keeping Rhett as far away from Killer Shane as they can. But now Rhett looking like he's trying to create some separation.
Oh, jeez, a kick right to the face.
This could be the moment Rhett needs. Can he reach Shane in the corner?
That'll knock a tooth out, bro.
Going for the cover.
Nope, just on one count.
Oh, but now look at this. Right back to that arm, to the shoulder. JTM targeting Rhett the Threat. Ooh.
Curb stomp variation. Someone tell JTM had that same singlet. Did you get that Amazon.com for singlets?
Big drop kick into the corner. Rhett the Threat now looking. Oh, we've seen him do this before. Here we go.
Oh! Ooh, you gotta think that might have jarred that shoulder. Jesus Christ.
The cover. Thought he might have had him there, and maybe that was a mistake from Rhett the Threat. He had JTM down, could have gone for the tag, instead went for that springboard moonsault. Oh, and then into the post.
That's why I don't like to do springboards.
Yeah, prime example. Absolutely.
Prime example.
JTM tags in Simon Phillips, and we've made it out to the floor now. That is dangerous territory.
100%. Simon Phillips, he's like a rabid dog out there. Hey, get him back in the ring. I guess he wants to, win these too long.
That's right. The point there is that they cannot lose the 225 tag titles on the outside, but they also can't win those Gulf State Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Rhett is in serious trouble, but this Pro Wrestling 225 crowd trying to get behind him. Rhett needs a tag desperately.
I could sit here and on Monday morning quarterback all day. Rhett had the opportunity to tag, but he went for that, lion salt variation. It may have cost him. He's getting back up on it now, but he needs to make the tag to Killer Shane. Killer Shane gets in this match. It is going to be a game changer. Shout out Christian Blake. And it might save the titles and win them a new set of gold.
That chop across the chest of Phillips ringing out at the East Park Rec Center. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Rhett the Threat.
Oh my God.
Put it all on the line in Houma.
That could be it right there.
He's got Phillips reeling.
Uh-oh.
Simon reverses. Up and over. And just like that, cover. Just when you thought Rhett the Threat had his chance to take advantage, Phillips sends him flipping over onto the mat.
Man, you got to wonder if, because it's been such a long time since they teamed the 225, if Rhett is just not thinking about making the tag because he's been a singles wrestler here for so long.
That's true. That's a really, really great point. And nobody is as cohesive in 225 as Disobey has been.
100%. I mean, except for maybe the other boys over here, maybe 337, but
I mean,
we're not gonna talk.
yeah, right.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Looks like both men down center of the ring had the same idea, double clothesline. Official George Strong in perfect position. He started the count. Can Phillips make it to JTM? Can Rhett make it to Killer Shane?
Referee George Strong, he's got a little cake on him, doesn't he? He's my favorite referee in the entire world.
Tag to JTM, and in comes Killer Shane.
There we go.
Oh, watch that ring rattle.
Killer Shane is killing. Hey! Bring that belt back over here.
Brandon Collins just came and grabbed a GSW tag team title as Phillips is backing up. No,
sees him.
Oh my
Jesus
God!
Christ.
Collins the title off the skull.
Turn off our monitor.
JTM in to capitalize.
Oh, come on. There are 2 more belts here. You forgot them. Come on, just a vicious beatdown. Come on, you already beat him and took their
Oh, title again off the skull, this time to Rhett the Threat.
Jesus.
Was it not enough?
Come on, guys. You already beat them. You already took their titles. Is that not enough? The fans are not happy. Now, Landon, I would get in there and handle business, but as the saying goes, not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm not in the tag team division anymore. But that was just disgusting.
Like it or not, The era of disobedience continues as now Disobey is both Pro Wrestling 225 and Gulf State Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Said, man, they just need to base that. Come on. Ridiculous.
They said coming into Bayou Brawl that the Cajun Outlaws would, at the end of the night, kneel at the cross and disobey. And unfortunately, like it or not, that's exactly what's happened.
I didn't see any kneeling.
But I see Killer Shane and Rhett the Threat both blocked over the head with tag team titles. And Pretty Tony's trying to explain it to George Strong. It's not George Strong's fault.
And George Strong never makes a mistake. Like I said, he is
Not
on
once.
point. He is caked up, and he is always squared away. Just Disobey doing Disobey things. Ridiculous.
Pretty Tony's beside himself, and I understand why.
George, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, bro.
The Outlaws return to 225 and get robbed of their GSW tag team titles.
I hate to see it, man. I hate to see it. All right, guys, give it up for the Cajun Outlaws.
And it's a shame because what a great championship match we were having.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Killer Shane livid